Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's time for your weekly Fix of Funny. Broadcasting on radio in Fort Bragg, 107.7 FM, KNYO. Grab a mimosa, take your pants off, and treat yourself to the sexy bald man who makes you tingle in your special place. I was talking about your heart. He's wrong, but he's so right. He's brilliant, he's insightful, but also at times he's got the intelligence of a cup of dirt. Here we go, it's the Me, Myself, and I show, starring Mike Bencott!
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I am your host, Mike Betancourt, episode 117. It is Thursday. We are having fun. I'm wearing a kind of sequence shirt, hula shirt that is, you know, whatever it is, and Utah, get me too. If you don't know what Utah, get me to is, well, let me break it down to you, MMIkers, real quick. It is from Point Break, not the remake, okay? There's no such thing as a remake with Point Break, okay? That remake was garbage. It was trash. I refused to watch it. I had no idea. I said, there's a remake of Point Break? No. That's just a piece of crap movie. That's what that is. And normally I don't knock on movies, but I'm not going to watch that movie because, first of all, you don't have Keanu Reeves, okay? Whenever you have a movie without Keanu Reeves, is it worth watching? Probably not. And then you got Gary Busey, Utah, get me too. If you still don't know what I'm talking about, let me calm down and let me show you what I am talking about. I'm so happy. It's Thursday. I love this show, and I'm glad you're here, folks. So hold on. Let me tone it down, and I'll show you. Utah, get me too.
Angelo, it's 10:30.
Right around that corner, there is a sandwich shop. They sell meatball sandwiches. Best I've ever tasted. Would you go get me two? Come on, partner. Two.
Come on, partner. Two.
Thank you.
Thank you. What the hell is that he's reading? Oh, it's a newspaper.
Utah, get me two.
Yeah, Utah, get me two. And that's 2 shots, 2 blunts, 2 drinks, whatever you want today. It's Thursday. Utah, get me two. And I'm excited. Let me see who's here already. Let's see who's here. Who is here? So funny, but do you see? I wish I could see you laughing. Bleach Sauce. That's a cool name, by the way. Sounds kind of gross, but Bleach Sauce. Meh. Okay. I don't know what this means, Bleach Sauce, but thanks for watching the show. Appreciate it. Anyways, cool. Let's move on. Move forward. Let's move forward to what's important. It's baseball season. Huh? See that? My A's, 50 years. Yeah. Have everyone been watching baseball kind of, sort of, before it goes away? Have you seen it? I love the season. I am having a good time with it. I am enjoying the fake fans, the cardboard cutouts. Everyone's getting pissed off. I can't watch baseball right now. It's stupid. It's COVID. What do you expect? Okay. What do you expect? Okay. It's COVID. You're going to have fake fans. You're going to have to deal with it. Okay. Grow up. All right. Quit crying about baseball. There's no crying in baseball. Didn't they teach you? Didn't Tom Hanks teach us that? There's no crying in baseball. Utah, get me too. Didn't they teach you that? Okay. So relax. I love the cardboard cutouts. I think it's great. It's like a video game, watching it live in my very own home, because goodness, what else can we do right now during COVID times? Absolutely nothing. So buck up, relax, and watch it. What? Oh, hey, hold on, Mr. Matthew Robinson. What's up, Mr. Matthew Robinson? You can't have Point Break. Yes, thank you. Someone that believes in Point Break. You cannot have Point Break without Busey and Keanu Reeves. And who else? Bob. Basketball started today too. Yes. but there's no fans, and people are still complaining. There's no fans. Let's focus on baseball real quick. Let's focus on Dr. Fauci's pitch. I know everyone is talking about it, but I'm going to show you something. First of all, everyone's seen Dr. Fauci's pitch. Okay, it's been the talk of the town. It's been the news, but I'm going to show you anyways Dr. Fauci's pitch, and then I'm going to do some comparison because Dr. Fauci's pitch is remarkable. So let's watch Dr. Fauci's pitch. Hold on, I gotta go back. Let's watch it again.
Well-known
Let's watch it again.
Washington National fans.
It didn't even make it across. It just went, and I get it. Okay, you're nervous, Mr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci. You're nervous. Okay, you got other things to worry about. But do me a favor, Mr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci, please practice at least 1 hour before pitching time. At least. You don't even have to get it across the plate. As long as it's straight, that's all that matters. Okay. And everyone's giving Dr. Fauci crap. But guess what? You know who had a worse pitch than that? You know who had way worse, more worse, the worst pitch, the horrible, disgusting, degrading pitch? I'll show you. Okay. I will show you who had a worse pitch than that. And that's why, first of all, I'm on Dr. Fauci's side. Okay. He's got other things to worry about. This person has no excuse. And this person is 50 Cent. Watch 50 Cent's pitch. This is terrible. Look at, first of all, he's taking,
Curtis Jackson.
I'm taking pictures.
And
watch this pitch.
Pitch was not
great.
Just a bit out.
You have no excuse. Look, and he's taking pictures beforehand. He's like, yeah, I'm 50 Cent. Find me in the club. Find me in the club. I'm a thug. You can't be a thug. You lose all credibility with a pitch like that. One more time, because look how conceited he is beforehand. Yeah, what's up? What's up? I'm 50 Cent.
Curtis Jackson. Curtis Jackson.
I was in movies.
And his first
one more time. Skligan. So if you're going to make fun of Dr. Fauci, make sure you make fun of 50 Cent first before anything else, okay? Because his was worse, and he's young, and he has nothing else to do when he's not working. So, okay? All right. That's my monologue. Now, folks, we have a great show tonight. I'm very excited to have a good friend of mine. He is a comedian. He is a producer. Dru Burks is here, and he's here to promote his show. But before we do that, before we bring him up, before I show you his comedy act, we need to take a quick Nick Nolte break. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another episode of Nick's Fury, episode 3.
You're listening to Nick's Fury with Nick Nolte here on Me, Myself, and I. This show is about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And if you don't like it, I don't give a damn. I'm Nick Nolte. Go yourself, America. Episode 3, Racism. Shut up and dribble. What the hell are you talking about? The problem with racism is that people are stupid, plain and simple. It's not my fault that you want to have sexual relations with your sister, so you take your rage out on black people. As a matter of fact, black people are better than all of us in every single way. They're stronger, faster, smarter, and black guys have a massive rooster. Trust me, I know. On the set of Blue Chips, I saw Shaquille O'Neal's black rooster, and it was a mile long. Good Lord Almighty. It had its own hose and different area codes. So of course racist people are going to feel inferior, self-loathing, and ignorant. Don't hate the player, hate your DNA. Black don't crack. I'm Nick Nolte. Go yourself, America.
Don't hate the player, hate your DNA, racist people. All right, let's get the show rolling. He's been waiting very patiently. I'm going to show you a quick clip of his wonderful act. He's a good friend of mine. This is Dru Burks at the Guild Theater, and you're going to love it. Here we go.
You're not doing that. You go when the youth go in there, huh? Where y'all in there jamming, doing it. You borderline going to hell. One more little dip, you next. I see some of your Holy Ghosts. Some of you Holy Ghost look suspect. I see one of you, those Holy Ghost look good. I didn't know. I'm like, did he just go up Jesus? You're gang banging, they ain't living right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this comedian / producer, he has worked with the likes of Paul Mooney, Scruncho, and Mark Curry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man, my friend, your friend, the comedian. Here he is, Dru Burks.
What up?
Dru Burks, man. How you doing, brother? Thank you for being on Me, Myself, and I, sir.
Hey, it's an honor, buddy. That's such an honor.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Dude, so you got a show coming up, right?
Yes. I have a show on August 8th at Esther's Park. We doing, because it's COVID, and so we doing an outside comedy show.
That's awesome.
We doing it at a park. The Guild Theater also has a park that we have called Esther's Park, and so we're doing an outside comedy show.
Cool. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Guild Theater and how you got started with working with the Guild Theater?
So the Guild Theater, actually, I work with an organization called St. Hope Development. So we do all the property management for St. Hope Development, and that also includes the Guild Theater. So I get the best of both worlds. I work in the daytime doing the property management for that, and I do my own shows inside the Guild Theater.
Oh, you do the property management for the Guild Theater?
Yes.
Damn. Yes. So you can be like, you guys want your rent raised? No? Then you should come to my comedy show.
There it is. Right.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
How long you been doing that?
2 years now. I've been there 2 years. Yes.
Nice. So as property, or what made you decide to go to the Guild Theater?
So basically, through the organization, which is an organization owned by Kevin Johnson, I had been through that program with St. Hope, and I did a lot of work with them. But then there was an opportunity for me to start doing shows there. And then when I started doing shows there, Kevin came to me and was like, look, you keep doing all these shows, you keep doing this, you might as well just come work for me, and then you can do all the shows you want to. And basically, ever since then, it's been on.
That's great, man. It's so funny. I've known you for what, 10 plus years?
Yeah, 10
right?
plus years, bro.
10 plus years, man. This is the first time I've seen you just subtle and just like, yes, this is an interview here on Me, Myself, and I. It's greeting salutations. I was a property manager. You got to relax, brother. This is Me, Myself, and I, man. We're here to have fun,
What's funny is every time I talk to you, it's like, I always tell you, I look up to you because when we had the punchline, you talk to me in the green room and you give me such great structure. And then you immediately say that. After we talk, you say, oh man, just do you.
All the time, man. All the time. You're like, oh dude, we're live. Real quick, Captain Bob says, what up, Dru Burks?
Hey, what's up, Captain Bob?
That's awesome, man. So how'd you get started in stand-up?
Man, I kind of like most people, I started doing a lot of open mics. It's crazy. And it happened like in 2003. My friend of mine signed me up for this open mic night, and it was at this bar, Cheers, on Franklin and Broadway. And they used to have open mic comedy. And I went up there, and I just started talking about people, in the audience. So when I started talking about the people in the audience, they started laughing. But then I started putting little jokes in it, started talking about myself. And then they just kept laughing. And I didn't see what was so funny. But they kept going. And so each week I would come back. And then after a while, then the money started coming in. And I was like, all right, you mean to tell me I get paid to do this too?
There you go. That's what it is. Like, now I have a true calling for stand-up comedy.
Here it is. So once that started happening, it was on after that. I just took off. Let's go.
That's great, man. And you've been hitting it hard, man. Since even before COVID, you've been hitting it hard. So that's great. So what made you decide to go to that open mic and decide to be like, I'm going to be a comic? Today I decide.
No, I was hanging out with some friends, bro. I wasn't even tripping. I was hanging out with some friends, and they was like, you the funny one in the group anyway. So you need to do it because these other people is just trash. It's kind of like a karaoke night, you know?
Okay.
And they was like, oh, you just trash. They trash. You hecka funny. So I did it, and all of a sudden I just caught that bug, and it was on ever since. Like, I started meeting people. I started doing other places, and it was on.
What was your big break? What was your big breakthrough?
My big breakthrough is probably when I did the show with Scruncho. Like my first big show. Like it was a trip, and we did it. We did it in Oakland, and I was like, I felt good too. I was like, hey, I'm going to Oakland. It felt like I was going on tour.
Why don't you tell everybody who, for those who don't know who Scruncho is, why don't you give them a little heads up?
He's a comic based out of L.A. He was in the movie How High with Mike Epps, and he was the assistant pimp. And then he's done a lot of stand up with Bad Boys of Comedy. He was on Def Jam too. And so I got the opportunity to open up for him. And once I did that, everything just started flowing. It was just started taking off.
Here for those here's Scruncho from How High. Yeah. You guys will recognize. Once you see this, you're gonna be, oh, okay, I know who Scruncho is. Here he is.
Costume party, place level house, time, Friday. It is Friday. Well, that's what she told Coco Butter. Now, these bitches better be out here getting my melon back as my bottom bitch. You know that, right? Right. Okay, now the bitch better be out here checking my motherfucking money. Please don't cuss. You know, when I'm trying to listen to the word. No, what did I say? You said, bitch ain't in the Bible. I know, bitch, and neither is motherfucker. So drive this motherfucking car. And you a assistant pimp. You ain't even a real pimp. So you're supposed to be co-signing to the shit that I say. You want to lose your job? I'm going to pull your motherfucking application. Then let's practice it. Where's my bitches? Where's my bitches? Where's my bitches? Where's my bitches? You got to say it together. It goes in together. Where my bitches? Where my bitches? Okay, check this out. Where my bitches? Where my bitches? Can't we just say employees? What about you?
Employees?
Oh, fuck that.
You know, and he didn't have a small part. He had a huge part in that movie. So what was it like working with him as your first time working with him?
So it was cool because he said he wasn't all like, you know, when you open up for some people, they'll be like, okay, you only getting 10 minutes. That's it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't try to do extra. Don't try to do nothing. He came at me when we was in the, you know how they have it, the green room.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they do, right? So when he brought me in there, he said, hey man, just do whatever you want to do. You funny. I already seen you before. You hecka funny. So just go ahead and do you. And he said, you got 10 minutes, but if they feeling you, do 15.
That's good. That's, folks, if you don't understand, 10 minutes on what was like a Friday or Saturday night show?
Yeah, it was like on a Friday.
Okay, Friday. For the people that don't understand, Friday night primetime show is meant for the headliner show and feature and the MC. So for him to give an extra 5 minutes at a show is beyond remarkable. You usually get like 3 to 5, sometimes 5 to 7 minutes, but you got 15.
15.
Wow. What did he say after your set?
He was like, see, that's what you're supposed to do. See, you light skinned. See, I like that. And he kept laughing. He said, I like that. He said, oh boy,
you do a pretty good impression of him, by the way. Hold on. Say, where my bitches?
Yeah, where my bitches?
Say, bitch better have my money. Where's my bitch?
So down to her.
That's good. So what did you learn from watching him do stand-up right after your set? I'm sure you were on a high, first of all,
so
on a natural high.
But then when I came out, you know, you trying to hurry up and get everything you can out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not chopping nothing up. You know, you just going straight through. Kind of like a run-on sentence. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when I seen him, he brought you to the beginning of the joke, the middle, and the end. I mean, and stretched them out so seamlessly, like, you know, because he'd been doing them so much, and he just stretched them out like, wow.
How long has he been doing stand-up? How long was he doing stand-up at that time?
He's been doing it at least since 96.
Wow, really? Oh, he must be on a whole different level of stand-up comedy.
He was on the second season I believe the second or the third season of BET Comic View.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did the Def Jam, and then that's when How High and all that came in 2000s. He really started picking up.
That's when he started blowing up.
Yeah.
From How High. So
Right.
you met him at the peak.
Yes.
And you worked with him at that peak. Where was this at?
It was in Oakland at the Paramount, the little theater.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
downtown Oakland.
How many people were there?
Man, it was like 800 people, bro.
800.
Yeah.
How long were you doing stand-up at that time when you
I was doing stand-up. It was a year and a half.
Holy crap.
It was me, Insane Wayne, and then some other dude.
Oh man, Insane Wayne too. Folks, we're gonna have Insane Wayne on the show pretty soon, but wait till you see him. He's hilarious. And Insane Wayne's been doing it, 20 plus years. So Scruncho's been doing it 20 plus years. And then they threw you 15 minutes a year in.
Right.
Oh my God. Wow. What a huge opportunity.
And everything. It was wild.
What was that like when during your set and after?
Well, during the set, it was like with me, I just read the crowd. So I'm looking at the crowd. So I'm already knowing what to talk about. I'm talking about Bay, Oakland stuff, the difference between Sacramento and Oakland.
Right.
And so I was relating to them so they understood. So they was going crazy. And then I talk about myself and they really went crazy. And after that, it was on. I was juiced.
What did it feel like after you were like, as soon as you got off the stage?
As soon as I got off the stage, I felt like, oh my God, this is it. This is it right here. I'm unstoppable.
That's when you knew.
And everybody was like, you crazy. Little dude, you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was on.
Wow. That's amazing. What a journey. And then from there, you worked with Paul Mooney.
Yeah, I worked with Paul Mooney too. Now, that one was a little different.
Oh, okay.
It was a little different.
Okay. You don't have to.
He was a little, it's kind of rude, bro.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop you right there because I don't want you to say anything that you don't want to be said. But you also worked with Mark Curry.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you tell us about Mark Curry then? What was it? When did you get a chance to work with him?
I worked with him 2 times. One, I worked with him at Tommy T's.
Okay.
And when I worked with him at Tommy T's, we did 2 shows together. And the shows was cool. They went perfect. But the crowd was real small. So it wasn't like they was coming out showing him too much love for some reason. So then what happened is I told him, hey, I got my own theater. And I'm guaranteed we're going to sell this out.
Oh, so this is just recently?
Yeah, this was just recently.
Wow.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going to get you on the show. I'm going to get you on my show. And then he started texting me. And so I started texting him back. I was like, what's that? And he was like, man, I want to get on. You told me you was going to get me on. So we worked it out. I got him out here. It's crazy because it was a year ago today. A year ago today, right? He came out here. I mean to tell you, like, I'm hosting. Plus, when you host, you have to do at least 10 minutes in between, maybe 5, depending on how the other comics do, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dude, when he came on stage, I watched a Jedi Knight. This dude stood up for the first 20 minutes and just did a whole set in the crowd. Then he turned around and sat down and did another hour and a half.
So he stood up, did stand-up comedy, ripped into the crowd.
Yes.
Then sat down, did an hour and a half of just.
Did an hour and a half, bro. Sat down.
Wow.
Like me and you were sitting down right now and did it like it was nothing.
Wow. Hold on, folks. I'm going to show you Mark Curry's quick stand-up real quick. Because to see somebody on TV is different because, you don't have that connection. Oh, crap. What the hell? What the hell is this? Seriously? You're going to have Trump before Mark Curry? What the hell is that?
Them motherfuckers, that's how bad it got in Oakland. They broke into the zoo and stole some monkeys, the crack addicts. That's how bad shit was. I guess they were doing crack and hurt them animals and got ideas. Like, you thinking what I'm thinking? They're behind bars. They must be worth something. Let's go get them motherfuckers. Broke into the zoo. They was fucked up. He needed some crack real bad. He was selling them. Hey, what's up, man? Can I talk to you for a minute? Go, Nick. Check it out, nigga. Come on. Can I talk to you for a minute, nigga? Can I talk to you for? Check this out, nigga. Could you come a little bit closer, nigga? I don't want to shout this shit out. Check this out. Check this out, nigga. You want to buy some monkeys? Monkeys, motherfucker, monkey. Nigga, I don't know what kind of monkey. Shit, Alaskan monkey. Or like an archaeologist to you? No, nigga, I can't let you see them. They in this bag. I let them out. I'm trying to knock these motherfuckers.
And that, dude, folks, that was just a minute of hilarity.
Right.
That alone was just a minute long.
Right.
So imagine an hour and a half of Mark Curry just crushing it.
Bro, when I mean to tell you, I was sitting, I'm sitting behind stage, right?
Right.
And I just watched this dude. And this dude, I mean, he went from nervousness to when he hit the stage, it was a wrap.
Wow.
And then he would have kept going. And then he looked at me, and then he did his head like this, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. And he was like, all right, I'm done. And got up out the seat.
Damn. So what did you learn? What do you learn from working with Scruncho and working with Mark Curry with their both styles? What did you learn from each style?
With Scruncho was that crowd control, how to control it, to move it, throw the energy back to them so they can throw it back to you.
Can you explain that to people that are watching the podcast? What does that mean?
So basically how that works is like this, is when the crowd is already going crazy because you came out, right? Then they're going to wait because they want to hear what you got to say. Then once you hit them with that first joke and that first punch and they go crazy, and then they throw it right back at you because the energy is so high. And then you just keep the energy here. That's what I learned from them. And you
use that to this day. I've seen you recently, man. I've seen the evolution of you being an MC. To remember that one show we did in Stockton with Esau McGraw. Dude, that was a wild show, man. It was right? You, me, Esau. Who else was on that show?
I think Wayne was on that show.
Okay, yeah, it was Insane Wayne, and it was just a hot room. And that was you weren't performing, you were hitting it hard, and that was like your evolution.
Yeah.
Were you with that evolution? Were you on the road before then?
No.
No. Okay, what made you? What was that turn for you to go from when I saw you one time at the Punchline where you're kind of quiet and you weren't who you are right now, to where I saw you in Stockton where it was just like you set the bar and just like, I was like, okay, I got to follow this, and I went in there hard too.
I think it's because I studied and watched. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like even with you, for example, like when I would see you at the Punchline, you the same way. The way you hit them like that crowd, because soon as you come out, you already doing this. You just snatched the mic off. Literally, I see you do this, and you already going. And then you get into it. So when I seen that, I said, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to take a little bit of Scruncho. Then I watched what Wayne do and how they control the crowd. And I said, I have to keep that energy this high. So if I keep that energy this high, the next person that's coming, they either going to have to keep it this high too, or it's just going to fall apart.
Right. And you know what? I think what you and I became strong comics is because we used to share the same. We used to be in the same trenches at Touch of Class.
Yes.
So why don't you tell everybody what the dungeon Touch of Class is all about, my friend?
Hey, that right there, the touch. At that time when I met you, and you was coming, for you as a white dude up in there, you had heart. You had to have heart. That's because.
Well, I'm Puerto Rican, but the skin's white. But it's okay.
But you know how.
I know what you meant.
But you, because they ain't gonna look at you as Puerto Rican.
Right. As soon that's what I loved about Touch a Class, they judge you as soon as you walk into the
Oh,
building.
all
Into the
Because
building.
how they look at you is like this. I paid $5 to get in here, right?
Right.
I'm getting my drinks, my chicken wings, and you better make me laugh because they already think they funnier than you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They already think
No, they don't already think, they know.
they know it,
They know they're funny. Yeah.
and you have to prove yourself or get knocked out.
Oh, don't worry. I've had my fair shares where I've tanked miserably at the touch and where I've done well at the touch. But yeah, that's kind of like how they say in the South, there was a lot of chain of Chitlin circuits.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you tell them about the Chitlin circuits versus how that is compared to Touch a Class?
There's no difference.
There's no difference. Oh, it's the same thing. Same thing. Oh, okay, cool. So I can do the Chitlin circuit.
No difference.
Whew.
It's just spots those underground spots. What's good about that? Like the touch, and when you go to these little bars and do your comedy, they're going to be honest with you. They're going to keep it 100 at times. Sometimes 100 because it'll hurt your feelings. But then you have where you go to like the Punchline and you go to Laughs Unlimited. They're paying to see comedy already.
Right.
So you're already going to get that laugh. You're going to get some of that. But when you go to them Chitlin circuits like that, and it's just a bar and they still shooting pool and TV still on, if you can grab their attention, oh, you good.
It's like lifting weights.
It is.
You know, lifting comedy weights. And if you can survive in that, it's like you're fighting off panthers and tigers, and they're all coming at you, and you only got you to defend yourself.
And it's crazy because I see a lot of guys or a lot of the people that be there or been to the touch and see me there, and they show mad love. They like show crazy love because you made it out of the jungle.
Yeah, you did.
So they
yeah,
have so
man.
much respect for you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So quick thing, folks. Dru has a show on August 8th, and he's producing it. He's got, who do you have on it?
Oh man, I got who I got? Oh, Michael Calvin Jr., D. Tyler, my man Marcus out of Ohio, and then I also got Javon Whitlock too.
These are heavy hitters, folks. I know them all. I've worked with them all, and they're all heavy hitters. By the way, you can get your tickets now at Instagram.com/Guild Park, Guild Theater at O Park. So follow him, follow Dru, make sure he has the show, because you had a show originally with Darren Carter.
Yes. I still got that in the book still.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Darren Carter is a cool dude, bro.
But why was that show canceled?
So, because we were going to do it inside the guild.
Okay.
And when the governor said, we got to shut down indoor things again.
Right.
I text Darren Carter and I was like, hey, bro, we got to shut it down again. I do have an outside venue if you want to do that. And he was like, no, I would rather do it when it's right.
Right.
Everything cool. So he texted me back and said, whenever you need me, and once they open this back up, we good.
Yeah. That's great, man. By the way, here's Maz Hat Matt. It says Dru Billings, and he's up. Yay!
That's my man. What's that, man?
Oh, look at Captain Bob. He says, is your show sold out?
No, I don't think so.
Check it. We're checking it live, my friend.
Let me check, man.
This is great. While he's checking that, we're gonna check Darren Carter, because this is what you don't want to miss. Darren Carter has been around for many years, my friends, and he's another heavy hitter that I highly recommend each and every one of you to watch. I'm sorry.
I only got 10 tickets left.
10 tickets. You can buy them right now here on Me, Myself, and I. There's look at follow the ticker. There it is. Go to Instagram.com/Guild Theater O Park Comedy at Esther's.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's awesome. That's so cool.
No, yeah, man. And so you know how like me and you talk a lot, like you'll hit me up or whatever. But during this whole COVID thing, that's pretty much what happened. So Darren Carter's already in the book. So when the theater opened back up, he's coming right back.
Someone says, Shindig, Darren Carter will give you a seizure with his flashlight. Well, what's great about you, man, is you are working with these heavy hitters. You're not just sitting on the sidelines. You're in it with them,
Yeah.
opening for them, featuring for them, going on the road with them. You're learning. And by the way, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday, brother. But you're working with these people, with these heavy hitters. So let's show a quick Darren Carter, the party starter.
Yes.
Let's show a quick clip.
Hilarious.
This better not be another Donald Trump. Okay, Coors. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm okay with Coors.
Right.
That's a great show. It's called Gangland. They do a documentary on different gangs, you know, and Gangland, it's like Facebook for cholos. I love Gangland. It's scary, man. I watch it late at night. You know? This is embarrassing. I've actually been wearing nothing but boxers, throwing punches towards the front door, like imagining if like the dude with the neck tattoo broke into my place. Right? I wish that dude would try to come into my castle. My wife runs in. Darren, what are you doing? Are you playing Wii Fit? Because we don't have that. Every episode of Gangland, they interview some gang member, right? They hide their face with a bandana. They're cloaked under secrecy in the shadows. Gangland, tell us about your gang. The guy's like, "¿Qué onda, este? What's up, puto? We're not scared of nothing. We run the streets. You're not facing the camera." I know, bro. I can't see nothing right now. Okay, I'm like, I got caught sleeping. I feel stupid. I'm all blindfolding myself. Ride or die! Ride or die! Where do you see your gang going in 10 years? Well, right now, we barely started a MySpace group.
Killing it. So when are you going to have Mr. Darren Carter?
So as soon as they open it back up, I told
Okay.
them October.
Okay.
You know, we got to play this by ear. It's crazy.
Right. No, it's unbelievable how we literally have to live second by second, moment by moment. Who knows what tomorrow will bring, you know?
Yeah.
Now we got to wear goggles for the COVID mask. Now we got to go in like this and just say, "Oh, hi." Oh, hold on, I got to go like this. You got to go like this. Like 2 tickets, please. I like 2 tickets.
I don't understand that, man.
That's crazy. My question to you is, what got you into producing shows? What made you decide to take that jump?
So me personally, I got tired of being wait to get booked or see who gonna book me or who gonna do this, you know.
Got tired of waiting in line.
Yeah. Or you get bumped out. Or nah, not this time. So I just said, forget it. I'm gonna do my own thing. And then I know it sounds crazy, but you control the money that way too.
No, but you have to. If you're if you're guys like us, we have to do something. We can't wait for an industry people to come get us. We can't go down to LA and wait in line because we have family up here. We need to do something. And what we're doing is producing. And that's great that you decided to do that. And you feel things differently now, huh? Everyone's like, "Hey, Drew, how's it going, buddy?"
Because like when you say that, these people now that I do my own shows, they come to me. So now they come to me. So it feels good for the work. So they'll be like that's how I met Darren Carter. You know,
that's great.
Because he heard Mark Curry, Scruncho, all these.
Well, you've been
guys.
working hard at those shows. You've been selling these shows. How many? What's the seat theater at the Guild Theater?
And I've been averaging like 160, 170
every month.
Every month.
Wow.
And then sometimes I sell it out, and then it'd be like 2 shows. I have to do 2 shows in one night.
Wow.
You got to kick them out of a theater. You know what I mean?
Right. No, that's great though. That's such a from humble beginnings, man. From that open mic to going to Scruncho to working with Paul Mooney and the Mark Curry to Darren Carter in the future, and you got this Guild Theater in the palm of your hands now. You got Kevin Johnson coming to you and saying, "Dude,
$100,000. I owe that dude a lot, man."
That's great.
Because he was like his words to me was, So would you rather chase the money, or you can get it right here? And ever since then, it's been on.
That's dude. You just opened my eyes. I hope everyone else that's watching right now opens their eyes, because waiting for the money is not going to come.
No, it's not.
It's not going to come. Whatever it is, waiting for that opportunity, waiting for that moment, it's never going to come. You got to make those opportunities.
And I live by the motto because I know how, like, me and you work, right? Our work ethics. Like, when we open up for people at the Punchline or Laughs Unlimited, we juiced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey. But then the part I don't like is, and I'll just break it down. You'll see coming to Sacramento, Mike Epps, Steve Harvey, and Cedric the Entertainer all coming to SAC. But there's no SAC opener. Nobody from SAC is opening for these guys.
Right.
Right? So my motto is, if I have Darren Carter or if I have Mark Curry, all the openers, they from Northern Cali, either from Oakland, SAC, whatever.
That's great, man. Giving a lot of love.
Because we don't, when I was in the trenches like that, like we talked about, we wasn't getting that. We were like, we don't know you. You ain't put in no work.
Right. Right.
That part, I don't think it's fair to me.
You know, at the same time, it is and it isn't. The reason why it is fair is because you're bringing something back to comedy.
Right.
So what you're doing is you're contributing to comedy with quality shows.
Right.
And I'm a fan of quality. I hate you and I hate, man, turn on the light. Yes. You know, turn down the light. Scoot people up in the front. Right. You know, have someone come in there with a high energy or whatever it is as an MC. And we've seen, and that crappy shows, doesn't matter who's funny. If that crowd's not into it, they're not laughing. They're going to be like this the whole night. They're going to be like this. And they're going to be like, I'm not going to come back here again. Exactly. So you can, I think that's why what I'm learning is with comics that are producing, you're giving back to comedy. Like like this podcast. This is us giving back to comedy, and we're produced, because you don't want to be that one guy that's been doing it for 20, 25 years saying, hey, book me. I don't have a room. I don't have any opportunities for you, but I'll be nice to you so you can book me to headline.
No, they gotta be right.
Right.
They gotta have that fire too.
Right. You got to have that fire. But, some people, there's a lot of comics out there that, just have this big head and think like the whole world owes them everything. And with the time of COVID, it doesn't. We all got to work together. And what you're doing, and what's that?
We have to.
Yeah. And what you're doing is you're working together. And by the way, August 8th, Comedy Night at Ethers Park at www.instagram.com/Guild Theater Park at O Park. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Oh, wait, we got some stuff. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is ramping on. You got Captain Bob. What did Captain Bob say? I heard some comedians are performing at drive-in theaters. Is this something you're interested in doing? What do you think, Drew?
That would be dope.
If it pays right, I'm there, right?
Yeah. Hey, if it's right, I'm there.
If it pays right, you're there.
That's what we got to do.
We got Maz Hat. Producing takes its own set of skills aside from being a comedian. Both take a lot of. Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
It's very meticulous. Very meticulous. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that.
You got to be. That's a good one. I'm glad he said that, because you have to be a director of the show, and then it's crazy because when you say that and somebody recognizes that makes you feel so good, because when that too, when that show ends, you're already preparing for the next one.
Right. You're already, it's funny. I always thought when I was producing shows, before I started doing that, I was like, man, I don't want to be behind the scenes, because, I want to be up in front. I want to be on stage. I want people to know me. But you have to contribute, and you have to have that. It teaches you that mindset that this is a business, and you don't want to get screwed. There's so many of us that get screwed over.
Oh, it's hundreds of us.
So the more of us that are producing shows, the less these snakes in the grass will disappear.
Exactly, because me and you know how we want to be treated. So if we do a show and you put it this high, and other comics see that and they show that, man, you treat me great. Oh, so much love, and they'll keep coming back, and then it grows them. The
worst thing I hate, I'm sure you can relate to this. Yes, the worst thing a comic hates is after a show they give you the "Hey man" speech. If you folks, Bob, Matt, everyone else watching right now, the Hey Man speech. This is the typical shady producer. It's a sold out crowd. You came in there, guns blazing hot, doing it 15, 20 minutes. You're sweating. Everyone's hooting and hollering at your name. And then at the end of the show, what does the book say? What's the Hey Man speech?
Hey man, look, you know, the door really didn't do too well. Like all these people here gave out the tickets, really. Like, and, you know, I can't, you know, I ain't got that. I mean, I get you on the back end. What is the back end?
There is no back. You know, this is the only job where we get the Hey Man speech. You know, cops don't get the Hey Man speech, and that's the worst job to be right now. They get the paycheck before they go out. They don't get the Hey Man speech. Politicians don't get the Hey Man speech. Doctors don't get the Hey Man. We're the only one. Hey man.
Hey man.
We're kind of low. Yeah. So that's good that you pay on the time on the money, man.
Oh
That's
no. Hey, look, when you come, here go an envelope with your name on it, everything. Check already done before we even start the show. And another one I hate, Mike, you've been through this too, where you have to follow the producer of the show. the club cracking, you ready to go home.
Yeah. I want to go see my family. Why don't you follow me over here? Then they give you the Hey Man speech. There was this club just BC before COVID gave me that Hey Man speech up in Sacramento. I'm not going to say any names, but let's just say it's Tommy T's. But anyways, they gave me the Hey Man.
By the way.
What's up? I wonder why.
Right.
I wonder why they gave the property manager the Hey Man speech. But they deduct me $50 because people didn't show up to the second show. I'm like, that's not my fault.
That's not your fault.
You paid me to be here. I'm staying. I'll perform in front of the audience. I'll perform in front of you.
Isn't there minimum 12? I think, right, or something like that.
No one showed up second show, and then they deduct me, and I was like, but you know what? That's why we have to produce shows.
Yeah, that's why. That's it right there. That's why you got to produce shows.
Yeah, Captain Bob. It's definitely shady, my friend. It is a definitely shady world that we live in. But guys like Dru Burks, producing quality comedy shows and producing good shows and putting money in people's pockets, that changes the shadiness right there.
That changes the game.
Yeah. So what's your advice for new comics just starting out during this COVID time on online shows?
With my advice to new comics, especially if you starting out now, and like it's the COVID time, is study. Go on YouTube. Find comics that you enjoy, that you like. Study what they doing. Take little bits and pieces of that, and then put your own flavor on it. Don't just think you can just click the button, go live, and think you're gonna be funny. And make your stuff look right. Don't start doing it in your living room just because you got your iPhone out. Make sure it looks right and it's structured. Everything has to, because you got to make it bigger than what it really is, especially during these times, because everybody's at the house and so they're sitting there just watching.
Right. So what's your advice for after COVID when comics starting out online? What's your advice for them when they hit real life again?
When say it's real world, real life, my advice is humble yourself first.
Yeah.
Don't get to getting in there thinking you just the funniest cat, because you're not gonna be the funniest cat. There's no way. And always know your audience. Always. If it's a bunch of women, don't get in there, bitch, hold this, bitch, hold that. Cater to the women. If it's a bunch of dudes in there, cater to whatever the audience is. Because sometimes them jokes you wrote in your book may not work that day. So you got to come quick.
That's good, man. Shindig said the best thing. Are you ready for this, Drew? He says, learn to bomb with grace.
Facts. That's true.
Dude, ain't that the truth, my friend?
Facts.
Ain't that the truth?
Don't lay down.
Don't get mad. Learning to bomb. Before we go, you got a horrible bomb story you want to share, or are you good?
Yeah, no, I did this show for this union group, and they was just like a company party.
Okay.
And I was doing my thing. It was cool, and the lady, I said to her, "Which one's your boss?" Right? And she pointed to her boss, and I said, "Well, since you can't say it, I'll say it for you." And then I started just going off on the boss, right? And she laughed, but he wasn't laughing, and everybody just got quiet, bro.
The corporate gigs, the wonderful, like, I don't want to laugh. He works in HR. You gave yourself the own amen speech.
Yes, amen. Sorry, I was just playing. You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
Hey, look, man, I was playing with you. It was a joke.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's awesome. Well, dude,
I like what you said. Bomb gracefully.
yeah. That's Mike Shin. He's a comic out of Reno. So thank you, Mike, for supporting this show. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So listen, folks, don't forget August 8th at Esther's Park comedy at Esther's Park. You can see the link right there. Get your tickets now. There's 10 people left, 10 tickets left. Get those tickets now.
Once it was gone, that's it.
That's it.
I can't do no more because of COVID. I got
right.
Social distance, y'all.
Right. Well, Drew, we did an hour, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. So thank you for everything, and thank you for contributing to comedy and producing shows, my friend.
Yes. Hey, if you need, I'm saying right, if you need anything from me, you already know.
As long as you don't give me the hey man speech, we're good to go.
And you know when I did your show, right?
All right, folks, we are out of here. Thank you, Emma Mikers. One more time for Dru Burks, ladies and gentlemen. You have a wonderful day, and don't forget, hold on, we got to do this, brother. We got to snap. It's time for some salsa. We got to do some salsa. Salsa. Salsa, salsa, salsa.
Me, myself, and
Get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, comedy at Esther's Park, Instagram.com/Guild Theater. One more time for Dru Burks. We'll see you next week, folks. Thank you very much.
It's me, myself, and I.